Alright guys, we had a couple questions about how to canopy hitch when you're SRT climbing. So I'm just going to show you one of the ways that you can do it. There's two different ways that I know of to do it. Well, there's three different ways really, but we carry 75 feet of 10.5 millimeter Tuffelberger Platinum climbing line for SRT climbing. And the reason we use 75 feet is that'll get you up to about 30-35 feet, you know, with both ends. So if you wanted, you can base tie one end so that you can climb up. We don't typically like to do that in a hunting situation because it's you're leaving a scent wick down on the bottom. But if you're scouting and you're doing, you know, setting loops and stuff like that, I'll end up base tying a lot of the time. But the most common thing that I normally do is a midline alpine butterfly. I'm just going to show you how I do that here. I got my line that's going up over the limb and back down, and you want to be careful. I'll take the one end of the line that I'm going to pull through the slip knot, and I'll put it up higher, keep it up high so that I have enough rope, and then the other end I'll tie the alpine butterfly. And to tie an alpine butterfly, the way I do it is wrap it around your hand 3 times, grab the middle line, pull that through, wrap it around the other 2, and then pull it through. And as I understand it, when it's tied right, you're going to have 2 parallel lines. The other side will crisscross. And then what you do is you take the other end, you're going to pull that through the loop, and it's going to be like a slip knot, and that's going to pull itself right on up and girth hitch the limb that you're tied on.
Look up, Joe, while you do that. You can see it. All the way up. Look up, look up. There you go. There you go.
Okay. So what'll happen is you've got both ends of the line in here. One you can climb on, the other one will pull it back out. So this is my climbing side. And this one here, when I want to pull it out, I just pull down on it and it'll pull it out. And the nice thing is you'll have 2 lines hanging down. And by having 2 lines hanging down, you could utilize one to pull up your bow and one to pull up your pack. So with these gree-grees, it actually has a little design there, shows you which way to hook it up. Shows the guy going up the line. Put your line in there like that.
Look down a little more, you can see it. You can watch yourself do it on the GoPro there.
Love that better.
There you go, good.
So if you see here, you can see the guy climbing up the rope. That's the rope you're climbing. Put it in like that. It's just that simple. You wrap it in there like that. Close it. And with this, as long as there's nobody sitting into it, you can slide it through. It'll move through, no problem. Just so you know, this video is for informational purposes. I'm not an instructor, so seek some training, look into it. There's definitely some climbing organizations that you can get involved with to learn how to do it. I'm showing you how I do things, but I'm not an instructor. Trying out I was lent this this saddle. This is an Arrow Hunter Evolution. It's a size 2. It's too large for me, but still feels pretty good. It's kind of big. I've got them sending me another one in a size 1 in my size, but It's actually a very comfortable saddle for this type of climbing. Check everything.
What you can see
Playing
Joe's
around with
doing.
that rope and with the backup on it, you know.
So Joe just transitioned now from his climbing setup, the SRT climbing setup, right to the tether, and he's got a double system. He has the rope men with the French Prusik in there, so he built some redundancy into his setup. It's another nice safety measure.
I always like to back up everything. I take the tag end, tie it around my bridges. This way it's not hanging around in my way.
Now you can slack that SRT off a little bit so you get some good weight into that tether, right?
Yep, I'll weight into the tether, and then what I can do, all I have to do is with my with this line, I can just loosen the brake and just go completely onto my tether. I just want to make sure everything's good, everything's right. Take a little pressure off of my gree-gree. Now I can come off of it.
Can I pause it there so I can back up and set it for when you're shooting?
Yeah.